This was recorded. Okay. And here is the text of the secret mantra. Vajrayana says, for whatever we have done to upset the Singha and the Taman, by not gathering offering of the flesh and blood according to the text. Sometimes the text they say like this, but this is, we need to know about that. What does it mean? We beg the darkness of the sacred place to forgive us. Now here is the gathering offering of the flesh and blood according to the text. What does it mean? This really to need to check. Means to gather them as explained in the authentic text of the secret mantrayana. What we are, the directive in those texts, the 5 type of the meat and the 5 embraceates, Changa and Datsangas. That is like kind of not for the food and drink of the out feast gatherings. That is the most important, are the food and drink of the out of feast gathering. They are not for food and drinks. It has kind of the purpose. Offering are the feast of the flesh and blood according to the text. Therefore means offering the 5 means considered worthy samaya substance. Which kind of samayas? According to the secret mantrayanas. Namely the flesh of the human and horse, dog, elephant and cows. These 5 kinds of the meat are the underfed by the harmful action, because these are the all creatures which are not killed for the food. This is quite the opposite of striking to the concepts of the clean and unclean. That is the point. This why is like kind of disputed. Why? Because it is like killer of the dualistic mind. Like normally we all the times, that is clean, that is not unclean. And this kind of dualistic to instead direct to killing like this. Also is this meat, flesh. It is not you killed for your food. They are died naturally, sickness. Maybe if you say, if they die natural, like kind of they sick die, then you use that, maybe it's dangerous. It is dangerous. But if you use, you can do the secret mantrayana's rituals. And you can to transform poison into the medicine. You are like kind of using them, it's nothing harm to you. It can help you clean up your dualistic minds, which human flesh and flesh of dog, these things. And unclean and inferior. The succulent, fatty meat of an animal that has just been killed for the food is seen as the clean. Such attitude are referred to us. But this is not kind of the for killed for the food or something, the natural diets. Viewing in the substance of the 5 samayas of the relinquishing as pure and impure, relinquish, destroying, or the consuming them like kind of the handlessly. In other words, having idea of the pure and impure which transgress the samaya of the relinquishing, even those 5 acceptable kind of meat, any only be used if you have the power to transform the food you eat into embroshing, like armanta. And if you are in the process of practicing to attain particularly accomplishment, it is the solidarity place. Yes, that's kind of. And to eat them crucially in the village, just because you like the taste, is the meant by handless consumption contrary to the samayas of the religion, and it's also as the transgressions. And also it's like a pure meat, therefore does not mean the meat of animals slaughtered or the food, but the meat of the animal that died because of his own past actions. The meaning meat from animal that died of the old age, of course, sickness or other natural cause, that we are the effect of its own past actions alone. And this is maybe made for us why we put like this kind of saying that in the text. This is just kind of the reasons. Alcohol, meats, they are like kind of killer of the dualistic desire attachment and like kind of disturb emotions. Not a kind of the desire for the eating, drink, for the food, for the taste. And also when we are using this kind of organs, also if you have dualistic, you cannot use. Maybe it's dualistic where you use, it's dangerous for you. Never ever use it. Because maybe you will sick. But when you have the capacity in your mind, you transform this kind of poisons like into the medicinal and brush it like kind of the poison transform into the medicines. And also it's like a connection those animals, you can make the liberations like you have the achieve same as the tilopas, shavaripas, and this sort of the, but until there it's like this. The incompatible Patrul Rinpoche said that taking the still warm flesh and blood of the freshly slaughtered animal and placing it in the mandala would make all the wisdom deities faint, afraid, run away, never come into in these mandalas. It is also said that offering to be wisdom deities to flesh and blood of slaughtered animals is like murdering child in the front of its mother. This is kind of the example. If you invited mother for a meal and then set before her the flesh of her own child, would she like it? Impossible, unimaginable, like this. Or would she not like it? It is with the same love as a mother for her only child that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas look on all sentient beings of the three world realms. The sentient beings, for them they are child, slaughtered on innocent animals that has been the victim of its own bad actions and offering its flesh and blood to them. It is therefore no way to please to them those wisdom deities. They find, they run, they never coming into this kind of mandalas. As the Bodhisattva Shantideva saying, just as no pleasure can bring delight to someone whose body is blessed with fire, nor can be great compassionate ones be pleased. When harm is done to sentient beings, if you perform ritual like the offering prayers to the protectors using only the flesh and blood of slain animals. And Shantideva said it's like, if you harm to the other sentient beings, you wish to make the pleased to the deities impossible. So nor can be great compassion wants to be pleased. Impossible. You harming to sentient beings, how is the Buddha and Bodhisattvas they become the pleased? If you help and if you kind of the meditate compassion on that, then in the Buddha, Bodhisattva deities are the pleased. They automatically protect you, help to you. Otherwise, you are offering the prayers, you're using the flesh, blood, slain animals. It goes without saying that the wisdom deities and the protector of the Buddha's doctrines. This is without. It's never ever say the Buddha's doctrines, teachings. Who are all pure Bodhisattvas will never accept those offerings of the slaughtered beings laid out like meat on the butcher's counters. They will not even come anywhere near, never to come into the near. They never protect you, never run away. Instead, powerful evil spirit who lack warm flesh and blood and ever eager to do harm will gather round the offering and feast on it. When someone's doer of the raid purchases, that means offering flesh, blood, like slaughtered animals. And some is like a kind of the benefit. It is some and a ghost and some spirit. They never come in some wisdom deities, never ever. For a short while after the practitioner of the such raid offerings. This raid offering means is like doer of this kind of rituals. Raid means flesh and blood. Has done its the works. People may notice some minor benefits, a little bit benefit. Like too in Tibet, some Pombos, they do this kind of such strange pujas, dharmas, rituals. And there's something in the perspective is here's the minor benefit. Any kind of different countries, you have this kind of. Particularly they're using the animals. Many is like shamanism. This sort of not like kind of the Bodhicitta, absolutely. But since the spirit involved are the constantly harming others, they are labeled to the cause certain problems and sickness. Again, the practitioner of the raid ritual will make his appearances and offer flesh and blood, and again that will help for a little bit while. This coming kind of cooperating together, raid puja maker, offering makers, and those like the evil spirits, they are cooperating is a little bit kind of the manner kind of the benefits. This is how evil spirit and practitioner of the raid ritual do become the inseparable compassion who always support each other. Companions, this is not compassion. Companions who always support, they help each other. Like beasts of the prey on the prowl, like a kind of the wolf, jackals, and this kind of beasts prey on the brawl and like kind of the killing animals coming, huntings, they coming like this. They run around, like kind of the running around. Observe, they can thinking how I can to get solely lonely by the urge to the consuming flesh, consuming eating, like kind of the difficult to chew. They like kind of swallow, like this kind of. No bone and the sick even more victims. Like they as like day and night, roam round, observe lonely, by there are like kind of urge to consuming flesh, no bone and sick for victims. Possessed by evil spirit, practitioners of the such ritual lost whatever disillusionment and samayas and traitors for the liberation they may have had before it. But you have like something questions? Huh? How many questions? Huh? 2, 3. Okay, then that's just a moment. the possessed by the evil spirit, practitioner of the such ritual, lose whatever disillusionment samsaras. It's like kind of whatever, and the evil like kind of spirits enhanced this red puja makers, mind streamers, practitioners. And they lost whatever like kind of disillusionment, means it's like a renunciation with samsara, nothing anymore. And traitors for the liberation set. Like a thirst means it's like kind of the beginning interest for the liberation they may have had before. Whatever faith, purity of the perceptions, interested in the Dharma they once had, these qualities are the fade away and the point comes when even they like kind of the run away in the mind. Those practitioners read the offering puja makers because they are the possessed by the evil spirit and fade away. And the point comes when even the Buddha himself flying in the sky before them would arousing no faith in them. Maybe they think it's like I'm better than the Buddha. Buddha is which kind of he can fly. Even the like kind of the sight of on animals with all is innate, means it's like inner everything's go out, hanging out, would arousing no compassions. This kind of sometimes situations can occur. They are always on the looking out for the prey, like a killer, a rakshas, watching to war, like their face inflamed red, like kind of warriors, shaking with rage and bursting with the aggression. Where is I can to make this kind of puja? How I can to earn money? How I can to destroy those spirit? And like kind of the inside nothing realization, but they doing this kind of the minor benefit, then they receive some honors. They pride themselves on the power and blessings of their speech, which comes from their intimacy with the evil spirit. As soon as they died, they are catapult straight into the hell. Catapults. Like kind of the stick together into the hell. Unless their negative actions are still not yet quite sufficient for them, that in which case they are the reborn in the strength of some evil spirit, prey on the life force of the others, or as hawks, wolves, and other predators. According to this kind of beings, after they died, they reborn like a hawk, like kind of the killer of the birds, wolf, jackal, many different predators. They become snake, like so on. And therefore, like this kind of never ever do it. And that is like kind of he is saying, And maybe we can to stop. I want to finish this. There's questions, yes. One question, two questions, yes.
Thank you. Dinara is saying, thank you, Rinpoche. What is the difference between mindless impartiality and detachment?
Mindless, it is not really kind of the properly. It's not corrected, I think. And then it's mindless and
non-attachment.
Non-attachment. Non-attachment, maybe it's a positive. And like kind of the someone's maybe no consciousness, then it's not like this. If you are healthy, if you are good, then you are destroyed attachment. It's good, positive, different. And third one, impartiality. Yes, impartiality, no attachment. Impartiality is maybe according to the compassions. That's great. But not a kind of normal someone is like kind of the you do good, you do bad, it's everything so you don't care. This is like kind of some strange beings. But according to the compassion, you're impartial, it's a completely good thing.
Thank you. Christoph Emmanuel asks, good morning, Rinpoche. What realm are Naga from?
What?
Realm.
Realm. Animal realms.
Thank you. Marco.
Animal realm, and also someone's god. Not god, demigod. And someone also is a little bit similarity of the humans. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Marco says, Buddhas have powers. Example, even me as samsaric being, I can perform many acts in this world. Why does not Buddha stop the sufferings in this world or samsara?
Yes, very good. You can to stop other sentient beings' sufferings. Very good, wonderful. Buddha's millions, trillions he helped. But the samsaric sentient beings endless. Whoever connect to the Buddha, they can help. Without connect to you, you can to help or not? That's my questions. You connected, you can to help. It's possible. Without connections, how we can to help? Already this morning I proclaimed. Buddha he said that who can to give you like happiness? Who can to liberate? If there is a powerful persons, God or deity, doesn't matter. He says, please to do quickly. I cannot. You connect to me means I give you methods. You using this methods you can do like kind of liberation. That is helping Buddha.
Thank you. Alex Lipatkin says, bows and thanks to dear teacher. He has two questions. First question, how to combine understanding of the illusory existence of suffering beings and beings that harm us and others on one side, and an expression manifestation of an attitude of compassion towards these external illusory beings other side.
I don't understand your questions. Can you make a resume? I don't understand your questions.
And the second...
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, can you make tomorrow nicely to resume? I don't understand. Okay. Next one.
Second question?
Yes.
How to avoid artificiality and formality in generating genuine feelings of compassion?
At the moment, you can do artificial to generate then it's one day automatically disappeared your artificial generative bodhicitta. Until there you need artificial.
Thank you. Use voice says, are we allowed to eat chicken? Do we have to give sacrifice of one chicken of we eat? To give one chicken to give poor people if we eat chicken as sacrifice, or we can give wheat and pulses and eat chicken or any meat?
We receive the chicken. We offer give to others chicken. Chicken, who offering the chicken? Chickens give to what chicken to others? It's exactly the same.
Thank you.
That's all. Thank you very much. Big Sunday. Sonamda tamche zipanya toni nipa dana pamjete. Yegananji walam tripaya sapansoli ndo kondo wa. Ah? I don't understand. Can you say loudly?
It's Monday today.
Ah, okay, Monday. Okay, sorry, it's a Monday, big Monday. I don't understand. They said, huh? What? Ah! What? Who you are? That is your name. Yes, my name is. Ah, really? Can you spell it? Like this. Okay, Kyonchu Senchu Rinpo Ma Hi Pa Na Hi Jirji Hi Pa Nyamba Me Pa Tang Kong Ni Kong De Pera Hyo Senchen Ne Pa Chen Ye Pa Nyer De Ne Li Ta Ji Ro Ne Na Ma Le Ba Tao Den Jo Wa Me Pa Hyo Ma Lam Ta Do Den Ba Tang Song Wa Di Jön De Pa Tang Kan Do Sambol Ni Ji San Dong Den Jir Chi Chong Dong Lang Song Ma Hian Lap Ji Pen Zi Lai Ta Hi Ne Chi De Le Sam Ba Yen Serine me desha dembar sho kongri rarvi koru shinkams pendo dea malen jon hiene zion tanze yapi santi par de danger chi pardan la mi kase temba to kanya yon la dehe nyon do yen malu chosod yerdo sonji salam go par sho yeva kande yon da la ma to dar mi chu je pala no hyo ji sa do ji yon ten ra zo durjin chongo kompon yerto sho karmara marmet yema sabar chero malano to du yi chu na te tarata jarwa konji sonchen zut la me chok temband jatan kalanya ya jakamyon la tarji hyoan banza satu samaya mani balaya banza satu ne suzu tuyume ve supuyume pa anarokto me basarvasa de meta ya sarva karma satame sotam kyeriyam koro ha 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 ho banga vasarvata Benzer mame matsam benzer ba ma samaya sato bon appétit